Hi guys, and welcome to episode 23. And this is the final episode in this chapter. This is actually, we're going to be doing the Bahdok Crevice mission, and this will take us out of Kourna. The plan, of course, as it has been for the past few episodes, is to reach Vabbi and rally the princes of Vabbi, the merchant princes, to join our cause against Kourna. Kourna are about to invade Vabbi, actually, in a few months. Apparently all of their troops will be at Vabbi. We're trying to sneak through and alert the princes and get them to fight for us. But we recently freed Kourna from the Bokos prison in Gandhara, and I believe she's back at Istan recovering because she's been blinded. Her eyes were eaten by the demon known as the Hunger. And now we've found, the Master of Whispers found a secret way through to Vabbi, because before we can get through, because it was at the fortress of Jahai was in the way. So now we're going to be sneaking through sort of this back entrance that's used by corsairs and smugglers and so on. Which should be pretty cool. It should be pretty cool. So let's read the outpost description. A smuggler's camp hidden behind the waterworks of Mankellen. The crevice is for those who don't want to be found, those who aren't looking, and those who just want to be left alone. Residents keep to themselves and strongly suggest that you do the same. It's a bit of a dingy, bit of a horrible place. And yeah, as it says, it's behind the waterworks, which are here on the River Elon. I never really showed you guys much of the floodplain of Mankellen. We would have seen more of it if we chose to join with the Master of Whispers recently, who took out a big demon called the Drought that was here at the waterworks. But he handled that just fine on his own, which is pretty good. Okay, so yeah, let's speak to Unlucky Simon. Let's continue on. Of course, we met him before. He says, what a lucky coincidence we've run into each other again. I see someone told you about the smuggler's route to Vabbi. I'm sure that old man Dunkoro would be interested in this passage as well. Let's make haste to Vabbi. When you and Dunkoro are ready to head out, I'll clear the way. So we go in. This is the final mission, as I just said, in Kourna. Pretty fun one, I think. As I said before, actually, in my Prophecies Let's Play, I really like an adventure game to have a cave. You know, you think of all the good adventure games, or even stuff, you know, just like Pokemon. Having an area with a cave, it's always fun to have an area where you've got to progress through a deep, dark cave, and then you have that wonderful moment where you get back out and you see the sun, and it's like, yes, I'm out. Yeah, I do enjoy that. Anyway, so here are some corsairs who have agreed to see us through. We've got Captain Behesta and lots of corsair cutthroats who don't want to talk to us, but they are blocking the way. So Behesta says, "Ahoy, friends! You must be Matt Greenspring, and I recognise Dunkoro by his description as well. We've been expecting you to come this way. We have a friend in common who asked us to escort you through these caverns to Vabbi." And we weren't aware of this until just now. He's just come out and told us this. So Dunkoro says, why do I think you're lying to us? Is it that you failed to name our so-called friend? Or perhaps it's just the way you clutched to that blade. Either way, don't trust this one, Matt. Okay, so Dunkoro doesn't trust them. They did just kind of pop out of nowhere. It is a bit suspect. So Behesta says, it matters little to me whether you trust me or not. I've already been paid. But if you want to get through these caverns alive, you'll need a guide. Someone who knows the route that leads to safety, instead of the dozens that lead to death. It is your choice, Matt. So here's the bonus for this mission is we're going to be listening to Dunkoro, and he's going to be giving us advice, as he always does. But the bonus for this mission is to listen to his advice whenever he gives it. So I'm going to listen to Dunkoro here. He says, I cannot name my benefactor, only that he is very interested in seeing you reach Vabbi alive. I want to keep him happy, and you want to live through this trip. So what do you say? Can we trust one another? And I'm going to say Dunkoro is right. I don't trust you. This is, I think, the only time ever in all of Guild Wars that you ever actually have to click the decline dialogue. That's how redundant this button actually is. But this is one of those occasions where you have to click it. So Dunkoro is right. I do not trust you. And they start fighting us straight away. Behesta says, you're too smart for your own good. I guess we'll have to do this here. Kill them. Or at least they try, but we just completely raped them. That was amazing. Okay, so now we're alone in the cave, which is fine by me. This is what, you know, we all thought we were going to be doing anyway. And there's a bridge up there. These caves are actually huge. When you come back here after the mission, it's pretty impressive, the amount of different places there are here. There's actually some treasure here. You remember the treasure I've been talking about that you can find? If you go through basically all of the right places, and it's a bit like a maze really, but if you go the right way, you can find a nice place full of gold and treasure and stuff, which is quite cool. So there's lots of mandragores here. Big waterfall. So we've got an inactive resurrection shrine here. So the bonus is follow Dunkoro's remaining suggestions. You have followed 1 of 4 already. So here's his second suggestion. He says, wait a second. Notice how the path here is worn? See those footprints in the mud over there? It looks like a patrol comes through here on a fairly regular basis. Perhaps we should conceal ourselves. I spotted a waterfall to the west that should drown out any noise we make nicely. So you come over to this waterfall and you actually see a corsair patrol, which is pretty cool. So lots of corsairs come through here a lot of the time, and all we have to do for this suggestion is just wait for them to pass and then slip on past them. Okay, so you can see here that they've moved all the way down there. Now it's usually quite easy to complete, but people can get quite tricked out because they see that the corsairs have moved out of their line of sight and then they just run straight up. But some of the corsairs, the ranger corsairs, they actually leave spirits as they go along, and if you don't wait for those spirits to go away, or you're playing with henchmen, or you don't have your heroes set up right, they can all attack the spirit, and then that will mean that the corsairs run over and attack you as well. Which can cause you to then fail that suggestion, which is really annoying. I don't know whether ArenaNet realised that that was going to happen when they designed it, or whether maybe it was just an oversight, but it is something really that used to catch me out quite a lot as well. I never really understood why these corsairs were attacking me, but it's because of their spirit, so you have to watch out for that. So here's the second suggestion. This one, the third suggestion, sorry. This one's very easy. Dunkoro says, Corsair camps there to the west. Our best plan is to stay close to the eastern wall here and head north around the camps. If we're careful, we should be able to avoid them. Proceed cautiously. Now this one's the easiest one. It's basically just stay out of the dark area of the cave over there. I mean, this is what you do anyway. You don't even really need Dunkoro to tell you to stay away. I mean, it's just the most direct route. It's the safest route. The other suggestions kind of have you go in places that maybe you wouldn't usually go to, or doing slightly different things. But definitely not this one. This one's very easy, very nice. And what we've got here, this is the fourth suggestion coming up, the fourth and final suggestion. And this one's definitely the hardest one. This one, I'm going to explain it before I go there, because it's all a little bit fast-paced, and I probably won't be able to explain too well. You've got these two corsairs here, corsair runners. Basically, these guys, when they see you, they're going to go run off and warn their respective camps about us, and loads of corsairs will spawn. So when we get close, Dunkoro's going to tell us to kill them before they run off. But the problem is they're very fast, and so you need to try and cripple them and try and slow them down. And this one's hard, really. Once you've got the skills, it's not too hard, but if you come into this mission without knowing that this is going to happen, you might not have the skills you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get Margrid here to help us out, and Zed. So basically Margrid's got this skill here, pin down, and she's going to use pin down on the corsair runner to slow him down, and Zed is going to use mind freeze, his elite, to slow down the other one, and then hopefully we should be able to kill them. So let's go for it. So here Dunkoro says, we've got to get past that camp, but look, you see those two corsair runners? Their job is to alert the other camps of any trouble. If they get away from us, they'll surely bring back reinforcements. So, there you go, one got away, the other corsair's running though. And you take him out when he gets to the hill. So there we go, bonus complete. You have followed 4 of Dunkoro's 4 remaining suggestions, and that's it. And now you just need to try and get through the cave. It's pretty nice. I rarely find that you can kill that other one without all these insects coming here. Maybe if you do it in a different order, but I just never have. So here's the bit where I usually get lost, actually. I can't remember whether it's up there or up there. Oh, why can't I remember? I'm gonna go this way. Hopefully it's up here. So here you can see is the river Elon, very, very fast rapids up here. The Elon, this is basically, it comes through these caverns. I get the feeling these caverns only exist because over time the Elon is sort of chipped away at the rock here. You can see just how powerful it is. That's why the waterworks are down here, because they can harness the power of the river. And yeah, it just goes all the way through all of Elona, so you can just kind of imagine as we get closer to its source how fast it's going to start running. So here we go. This is near the end of the mission now. Very dark over there. Very ominous looking open cavern down there. Pretty cool stuff's about to happen. More of the river. Just look at that powerful current. Okay, so here we go. Cutscene. Dunkoro wants to talk to us. Clearly. What's up, Dunkoro?
Which way? This is a maze of twisty passages.
That way. I feel a fresh breeze. If you insist on going forward, that is.
What's wrong?
We should be organizing a rebellion in Kourna. Instead, we're running.
We're not running. We're going to Vabbi for help.
We're running. And this would be the perfect place for an ambush.
You are correct there, Sunspear.
Who's that?
You are the last of your breed, traitors. I will bathe in the blood of you and your comrades.
You don't have enough troops to beat us, General. Let us pass.
He does not fight alone. I will feed on your bodies and feast on your souls.
Bum bum bum. So the Kournans knew about the passage. Not very secret, really, was it? Not very secret at all. But the Kournans are here. They've been waiting for us. You get closer to the rock, and what is this? Lots of bowmen up on the top, all ready to shoot you out if you get too close. And in the middle, we've got like a big ending boss fight with General Bayel and the Hunger. Bayel's pretty cool. I like how, with the way they did Bayel, that he's not actually from Elona, and he's actually from Ascalon. You know, before General Bayel, all the Ascalonians we've ever met in Guild Wars, they've always kind of been made out to be like good guys, and they've always kind of been made out to be... I'm just trying not to get too close to Bayel there. And they never really make Ascalonians look too bad, but Bayel here is actually quite a bad character, really, isn't he? So... very cool. Anyway, here's the Hunger. They're not too dangerous, really. Bayel will heal the Hunger, so the idea is you're supposed to kill Bayel first and then the Hunger. The Hunger's got a hell of a lot of health. You might be wondering why I'm just stood here. Basically, I don't want to walk too far away because these bowmen will shoot us and they will do a lot of damage to us, so I'm trying to be careful of them there. But it looks like most of them are probably dead by now. It's just hard to get up there to them. There we go, killing Bayel. Bayel uses a skill called Abaddon's Conspiracy, I believe. It's like a unique skill to him, and the Hunger uses the Hunger's Bite, I think, or something like that, which inflicts a lot of random conditions. Pretty cool. Just like with most boss fights, though, I feel like this is a bit underwhelming. I think Nightfall's very good with boss fights, as we'll see, and this is kind of one of those big ones. At least this guy's got a lot of health. At least he feels like you really have to hit him to take him out. Oh, Margaret's down. Shit. The good thing here, though, of course, is that we're fighting underneath this thing, so the bowman can't do too much damage to us. Talcora, hang in there. Shit, Talcora's out. I'm rezzing you, Talcora. I'm rezzing you. Come on, he's almost dead. Come on. There we go. Brilliant. So there we go. That's the last Kournan mission complete. It's not a very long one, but you know, I really quite enjoy it. We've defeated General Bayel. We've defeated the Hunger. That's 2 generals down. Just General Morgan left now. And yeah, it launches you straight into a cutscene like the instant he dies. So I just froze it for a second. It will launch us straight into a cutscene. Basically, the exit to the caverns was just beyond where the Hunger was. We all leave, and then we have this cutscene of what everyone does when we get to the other side. So without further ado,
Good work, everyone.
It was probably an easier way.
I think you're right, Dunkoro. This secret passage was hardly a secret. I intend to press on to Vabbi, but anyone who wishes can go back to the sanctuary.
Of course I'm coming along. You'd be lost without me.
You have led well so far. I will follow.
You drag me this far, then ask if I want to be here? Typical two-leg thinking. Of course I'm with you.
This is my homeland. There's a celebration coming up. We can meet all the princes there.
Dunkoro, will you be joining us?
Yes. Of course I will come with you.
With Kourna behind us, things should be much easier.
War Marshal Varish, I have news of General Bayel.
General Bayel has been slain, and the hunger as well.
I only got the reports just now. How did you know?
Thanks to my Lord Abaddon, I have a certain affinity to things. Call it a blessing.
We have to decide our response.
I have already made that decision. I have informed the princes that we will be pursuing Bayel's murderers into their territories with all our available forces.
And they agreed to this.
They don't need to agree. We will be bringing our forces north in any event.
With all due respect, Varish, our military is stretched thin fighting rebel villages, centaurs, and corsairs.
Ah, Morgan, my old friend. Manpower is no longer a problem. I have made other arrangements.
Lissa's blood. What are these creatures?
These creatures are our new allies. Did you not say your forces are badly stretched? With our new friends here, we can press on into Vabbi.
The Sunspears are in Vabbi now. They may rally the princes.
It matters little. These Sunspears are only an excuse for us to do what we were going to do anyway. By the time they understand what is truly going on, old friend, it will be too late.
So pretty crafty of her. So there we go, that's our first glimpse of the Morganites, who I've been talking about a lot if you've been watching a lot of my episodes. Maybe not what you were expecting. They are now properly introduced to the storyline, and we'll be seeing them a lot more. Pursued by Varesh's forces, the Sunspears flee north to seek allies among the princes of Vabbi. So there we go, that's going to be the Vabbi storyline coming up. But before that, I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of the really cool side quests and stuff. We only really scratched the surface of Kourna. There's a lot of stuff we could have been doing on the side. And as I said before a couple of episodes ago, a lot of the side quests here in Nightfall provide a lot of pretty decent character development for your heroes. So I'm really going to enjoy them. Do come along, do watch those. We'll be getting some nicer armor and some stuff like that while we're going through. I'm going to be showing you guys the avatar forms, all kinds of good stuff. And then after all of that, then we will return to the main plot and see how all this Vabbi stuff goes. So see you next time, everyone.